next speaker, he's an executive coach, founder of the Inertia, where he helps leaders and their teams overcome inertia and build conscious momentum. Former aerospace engineer and recovering perfectionist, lifelong athlete, high school tennis player, collegiate sailboat racer, and former Little League baseball player. Please welcome Ethan Fryer-Ressmeyer.
Raise your hand. Who here's been to a Little League baseball game, Little League soccer match? Okay, pretty much everybody. It's a sunny spring day. You're at a Little League baseball game. What do you notice? The smell of fresh cut grass, the sound of children screaming, the occasional crack of a bat. And you look up to the stands and you see parents totally engaged on their phones. Every once in a while they look up, yeah, go team. Shoot, where was I? If you were one of those kids and that was your parent, how do you think you'd feel?
Terrible.
Devastated, terrible. This illustrates a simple point. It's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. Because how you show up, especially if you're not showing up well, can actually do more damage than not showing up at all. Agree? We're going to take this idea to the big leagues, corporate America. If you're a leader who focuses on what? Bottom line, results, outcomes, and you forget to think about how you're showing up, how you're leading, eventually you'll be the leader of what? Nobody and nothing. And at the very best, a team that nobody wants to be a part of. We know this is true, and yet I work with clients all the time who end up in this exact scenario, working for leaders who limit their potential. Consider a client of mine. Jamie was a senior executive at a Fortune 500 top-tier global insurance firm, and she had just received a big promotion. She uprooted her family, moved across the country, rented an apartment in Manhattan to shift from leading a Midwest market to leading the national segment. She began working for a boss who used to have her job, a boss who was promoted above her and refused to let go of that role. So try as she might, Jamie was never actually allowed to do the job that she was hired to do. Her direct reports were allowed to go over her head. Her boss would speak for her and over her in meetings. If this were you, how would you feel? Terrible. What else? Undervalued. Angry? Yeah. Want to quit? Pissed? All super valid emotion here. And from a performance perspective for the organization, this is ineffective leadership. You're wasting the bandwidth, you're wasting the skills of your team, and yet we know intuitively that this is problematic, at least for the relationship between that boss and for Jamie. The hard truth of this is, I wasn't coaching the boss, I was coaching Jamie, and the boss's actions were outside of Jamie's control. And so, what Jamie could do is focus on how she was showing up given the circumstances that she was in. And this is really where our work began. And it's what we're going to talk about here is how do we answer the question, how do I show up? Right? How do we begin to shift our energy to see the real choices that are available to us? And the path is deceptively simple. Okay? Acknowledge, accept, choose. Step one, Jamie had to acknowledge that she was frustrated. She had to voice that, name it, release it. Because as valid as that emotion is, it's a part of a fight or flight stress response. And Jamie's acknowledgement of this allowed stress to not be making the decisions for her. Step one, acknowledge. Step two, accept. She had to accept things as they were. She had to accept that she was frustrated. She had to accept that the job isn't what she thought it would be or wanted it to be. She had to accept that her boss was leading out of insecurity and ego. And she had to accept that that was out of her control and probably not going to change anytime soon. Step one, acknowledge. Step two, accept. Step three is to choose consciously. Jamie chose to let go of what she couldn't control and to focus on how she wanted to show up. She chose to trust that this season was temporary. She chose curiosity to look for the learnings in all things. She chose empathy and gratitude for the humans in her organization, for the people in her life. And she chose integrity to continue to speak up, to continue to advocate for herself, even when it was uncomfortable. Acknowledge, accept, choose. Fast forward a year, Jamie's boss was exited from the company. Go figure. And she happened to receive a huge external offer. Massive responsibility and pay increase and a move back across the country, back home. Our work to acknowledge the stress, to accept the circumstances, to choose to shift her energy, helped her show up how she wanted to. And then the what, the actions, her approach, the outcomes, that all followed. How leads to what we do. Now, I do this work with individuals and organizations because the world needs capable, conscious leadership. Think about that little leaguer. Think about the humans in your organizations and their families. What kind of leadership do they need? Think about your customers. They deserve leaders who know that when you evolve how you show up, when you can acknowledge, accept, and choose conscious action, brilliant results follow. That compounds over time, and it creates the outcomes what we need. Now, this is why I call my company the Inertia. Because in order to make these shifts, we have to overcome our inertia. The things that keep us stuck, the default patterns that no longer serve us. Capable and conscious leadership. When you invite me to work with you, with your top leaders, with your team, I help you take this idea, this awareness, and turn it into action so that capable, conscious leadership becomes your everyday reality. My name is Fryer-Ressmeyer. I'm an executive coach, a speaker, and inertia alchemist. If you are curious about the inertia in your organization or how to evolve how you show up, I would love to connect with you. This QR code will lead you to my Talk-A-Dot with my LinkedIn at the end. Thank you so much.